Hi, I'm Don from DonDronesOn. You're probably used to me bashing Transport Canada for one thing or another from time to time, but I wanted to share this story to show that, yeah, they can do the right thing and quickly if they put their minds to it. Check this out. This whole story came to light in January of this year, but I've been just too busy with other stuff to share this story until now. It's all about the DJI Mini 3 Pro and its suitability for flying in controlled airspace. On the surface, everything is pretty straightforward. It's got two batteries. With the standard battery, it's below 250 grams, so you don't need to register it, and you're allowed to fly in controlled airspace as long as you're being careful. And if you have the larger so-called Plus battery, you do need to register the drone, but DJI did the safety assurance self-declaration. So again, it's okay to fly it in controlled airspace after a NAV Canada authorization. Okay, it's a little bit confusing, but not that hard. So one of my followers, Jean-Pierre, had a Mini 3 Pro and the plus-size battery, so he dutifully registered the drone. But the mystery was that the registration certificate was missing the little blurb about it being approved for advanced operations. So he innocently contacted Transport Canada to have this corrected. Well, it didn't quite go how he expected. Through a series of email conversations and actual phone calls, TC folks tried to explain to Jean-Pierre that the safety assurance declaration was for the sub 250 gram version of the Mini 3, when it had its regular battery in it. But if you put the heavier plus size battery in the drone, it was over 250 grams, and that version did not have the safety assurance, so could not be flown in controlled airspace. Well, this made no sense to Jean-Pierre, and so he pushed back gently, asking why a drone under 250 grams would even have a safety assurance declaration, since it didn't need one. And so surely the safety assurance declaration was in fact for the heavier configuration. Well, TC had no answer to that, so he shared his dilemma with me. I think I have it figured out. Someone at Transport Canada responsible for managing the drop-down list of drones on the drone management portal added the DJI Mini 3 to the database when it first came out in May of 2022. But to make it clear that only the plus size configuration of the drone could be registered, they entered the drone model as DJI Mini 3 Pro with plus battery. A well-intentioned clarification, I'm assuming. And at that point in May, DJI had not yet done their safety assurance. In September, the safety assurance declaration was completed by DJI, and they accurately stated the model as Mini 3 Pro on the form, without reference to the battery size. After all, DJI defines the models, and they only have one, the Mini 3 Pro. It just happens to accept two different batteries, and from a safety assurance standards perspective, both configurations met the spec. So again, someone at TC receives the documentation from DJI and dutifully enters the data into the list of drones approved for advanced operations, with the model named DJI Mini 3 Pro, as stated on the form. But I'm quite sure at that point their database system squawked and said, that model doesn't exist in the registration list. So they happily added DJI Mini 3 Pro to the registration list, and the database was happy. So here's what we ended up with. Two Mini 3 Pros on the registration drop-down list. One with just Mini 3 Pro, and the other Mini 3 Pro with plus battery. With two such entries described the way they were, the Mini 3 Pro was clearly insinuated as being the one with the regular battery. But the Mini 3 Pro was the only one with a corresponding entry on the advanced operations list, not the Mini 3 Pro with plus battery. Hilarious. And it was like that for 7 months until Jean-Pierre noticed and called foul. Good for him. So I sent my contact at TC, Jeremy Fountain, an email about this on January the 16th. And within 24 hours, the lists were corrected, with the bogus Mini 3 Pro with plus battery entry removed from the registration drop-down list. I thanked Jeremy and his team for their quick action to fix this once it was clear what the confusion was. And all was well in the world. So yeah, the problem started with an innocent and probably well-intentioned action by someone in Transport Canada. But hey, everyone makes mistakes at some point. The real message here is that Transport Canada is fully capable of correcting mistakes and doing so quickly. This is a good sign.